Hey everyone, Jeremy from the Geekly Grind here, and today I wanted to dig into my latest goodie box from, Beadle and Grimm. It arrived, and inside we've got the Phandelver and Below Shattered Obelisk Legendary Edition. So this retails for $350, and I'm about to show you what comes inside.
What's in the box?
First, there's this cool little folio that's included. It's got this awesome kind of iconography on the back. It's got a little magnetic clasp here as well that you can kind of close and seal it and everything. And on the inside, a whole bunch of maps and goodies. So there are some reference guides to a number of the maps that are included. That gives you kind of insights on what kind of baddies are included in those maps and where they can be found. So these are all on kind of laminated sheets. So nice high quality as usual. And there's gosh, how many of these are there? 12, around 12 of those. There are a number of smaller maps. So this one's a small map of a house, and on the back side it has a little cavern. So there's these kind of smaller maps included, as well as bigger ones, much bigger ones. So this one actually is a sort of summary of some of the rooms that and other maps that are included. So it's just kind of like a bird's eye view of all those various maps. And there are a couple other larger maps that are pretty universal. So there's this one here. What's this one called? Old Owlwell. So nice big size there. And then on the other side there's sort of this cliff map that you can use. So another large map there. And honestly, there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a good number of maps in here. Probably another 10 or so large maps that can be used and reused. And I'll include some pictures of those at the end of the video as well. The standout for me, though, was this cloth map, or cloth-like material. And this one is of the Phandelver region. Nice large-sized map here, and would look beautiful on any wall. So that is all included in the that gray folio. So again, a lot of material to peruse through, and we haven't even gotten into the box yet. So let's take a look at what the box has. All right, here it is. Phandelver and Below, Shattered Obelisk, the box. So let's see what all is included in here. So in the modular guide, it's kind of broken out into chapters, so you can only, if you only need to bring chapter 1, chapter 2, or something like that, it's easier without having to bring the whole book. So that's pretty handy. You can crack that open and, have that when you run your games. We have handouts and props. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I haven't opened this one yet, so let's take a look and see what all is included inside. So we've got some cool little pieces in here. We've got, for example, this little map that's kind of like broken around the edges and such. We've got inscriptions on walls. 3 monsters, led them all. Keep hope for Phandelver. Tara, I always loved you. Aw. Somebody left a very sweet message. And we've got some various letters that you can hand out to your party, decrees and things like that to really help set the tone for the games. And let's see if sometimes there are extra maps and such in here, but I don't think there are in here. This is again just kind of more handouts, more notes, letters, and things like that to be included with the game. So that's all pretty awesome. And there's also this is also helpful, the Legendary Edition elements, because it will tell you by chapter which goodies from the box you'll utilize, which is pretty handy. Especially you're kind of looking through all this, and it can be a little overwhelming. Like, oh my gosh, like what do I hand out when, etc. But that kind of gives you an overview, which is good. So that is that. So nice, lots of cool props there. Tales from the Warehouse. So these are some extra adventures and kind of additional little quests that you can add to the Phandelver and Below module. So that's an option there. This is an introduction to the set. So this is just a standard, hey, thanks for buying the set. Here's all that's included, etc. So that's included as well. And then we have a new an exclusive DM screen. I'm going to open this guy up so you can take a better look at it. Starting from this side. Pretty cool, I would say. I have so many DM screens. I don't know. I would really it would be nice to find a way to like frame some of these flat as like art pieces. I think that would be really cool. I really like the design on that one. We have the Beadle Grimm. Basically, with each set, they have a limited edition coin. So this one here for the Shattered Obelisk is included. Pretty neat. So that one's tucked away in this little bag. Encounter cards. Encounter cards. So these ones, I've raved about these before. They are wonderful. I really enjoy using these in my games. Here's a really pretty creature, Gibbering Mouther. But if you haven't heard me talk about these before, they're super handy because essentially you can take these and you can hang them over your DM screen, and then on the back of the card is all of the information that you would need. So the stats and everything else. So it really comes in handy when you're running these games to have that, and also of course to set the scene for your players. So that's pretty awesome. Those are also included. And then we have these are like little art cards. So these are still sealed, but essentially, when you come upon certain scenes, you can hang that art card over the DM screen as well, so people can kind of get an idea of what exactly you're describing or what they might be looking at. Similar to the encounter cards, but a bit more atmospheric. Less about the actual combat and more about where they are. Help with the theater of the mind, so to speak. There are magic item cards. So a nice thick deck of various magic item cards that players can be granted. So the Luminous War Pick, or the Talon +1 longsword, and all kinds of other fun stuff. There are also the Mind Stones in here that give various benefits, similar to sorcery points, so those are also included in here. So again, really nice when a player finds a treasure and you're able to hand them an item card that they can hold on to, put in their binder, etc. So these magic item cards really help to elevate the game in that way. There are 5 pieces of unique jewelry / pins that are also included in the set. And each of them represents a faction in the game. So there's this one here. So these all represent kind of like the core factions within Neverwinter, like the Zentarum and, you know, that sort of thing. And, you know, these are pretty well made. I've kind of talked about before, like, these aren't just like plastic. These are pretty weighty, you know, pins that you can be distributing to your players if they decide to take an allegiance with one of these factions. They complete a certain number of quests, or they meet the right person within the faction. Once they're done, you can hand them over something like this, and, you know, they can put it on their backpack, or they can wear it on their person when they're playing the game. It's really kind of a fun addition here. This one looking pretty cool. And then this is a Zentarum icon. So super cool stuff here. And then there are some minis that were included as well. So there are 3 painted mind flayers that are included. So there's this guy. There's this guy. I like the way the cape's moving on this one. He's holding out his hand. Whoa. And then there's this one. Again, the cape movement's really cool on these. And then also included are 2 intellect devourers. Little cute little brain dudes. Just hanging out. Looking for a host. So yeah, those painted minis are included, as well as all the other stuff that I was showing to you here. So really, it's a fantastic set to enhance your playthrough of Phandelver and Below. I know I recently reviewed it and talked about how the second half of the module helps you to guide new players to those mid levels of D&D at a fairly quick pace, which is honestly pretty awesome. And I mean, again, as usual, Beadle Grimm offers a set that really helps to enhance that experience with the maps, with the props, with the pins, with the character cards, with the minis, everything. And so, you know, again, the price can seem a bit steep, but if you have that regular group that you're playing with, if you've got 4 or 5, 6 people plus the DM, and everybody pitches in 30, 40, 50 bucks, you can invest in a deluxe set like this and really enjoy that game all the more by having those references and having those props available. So thank you again so much, Beadle Grimm, for sending this over. Another cherished gem in my collection of D&D goodies. Make sure you check out the Geekly Grind for other tabletop gaming articles and news and other reviews that we've done for previous Beadle Grimm sets. But until next time, happy gaming.